Today I'm talking with Billboard #1 producer Sean Turk, who's got placements with Bad Bunny, J. Cole, Lil Tecca, and many others. In this video, he teaches us how he makes hits and breaks down his production on the song Los Pits by Bad Bunny. Let's get it. Yo, what's up? I'm here with the bro, Sean Turk. How's it going, man?
It's good, man. It's just been working a lot.
Bro, let's just get right into it. So what got you into making beats to begin with?
My dad was a musician. He always played, so I kind of followed suit. Long story short, I think back in like 8th grade, I started getting into engineering and on the radio and why they sound like that and how they record all that. I had I think reason 2 or 3. I don't know. I started to kind of basically just engineer, record the local rappers and shit like that, in my town. And I think I remember saving up. I was working at a pizza place and I saved up and bought, I think it was a machine. This is later on, because this is probably in high school.
And when did you first go full-time making music?
This is cool because actually I feel like people need to hear this. To backtrack just a little bit, my house was basically being foreclosed, my parents' house, right? When I was 22, right? Or 23, I told my mom, I was like, yo, I want to do this music shit. And, they were like, you're not gonna do music. There's no point. There's no money. And the same story. I was like, give me a couple of years and I'll show you, right? Fast forward, I got into school, I dropped out, blah, blah, blah. And we started to lose a house. And I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna move to LA. I moved to LA and I just met my manager, basically, who's my manager now, Steven Haddad. Shout out Steve. I moved there with $2,500, living in the serial killer fucking guy's house, bro. I swear to God. I was just driving from Northridge all the way down to Venice every day to work at the office that we had a studio at. I think that I got a placement, ghost producing for somebody, and that was I was a check for $3 grand or something like that. I've been living on my own for 6 years or something like that. I think until 3 years I didn't become financially actually stable. Right before I signed a deal, I was actually doing better with my placements, but it was struggling for a long time, bro. Sometimes my manager would have to help me out, bro, and shout out to him. And then from there I signed the deal to MPG. That was the turning point.
How do you sustain yourself energy-wise to know this is worth it?
You know what I'm saying? You have to be crazy, man. You have to by the way, sorry, bro, I'm being so rude. I'm getting a text from my mom.
Bro, mom comes first. It's all good. No worries.
My dad brought the Bad Bunny plaque to Turkey, which is so cool. So she's sending me pictures of her in her house.
Oh, that gives me chills thinking about that. That's so
I know, right?
fire.
But it's tough, man. Obviously, there's been so many fucking times where I was like, all right, man, you know what? I'm just gonna get a job. You have to manage so many things: money, creativity, your mood, the music that comes out, your relationships and shit like that. So you have to have some type of it doesn't matter, bro.
You are at that level, and I think a level that a lot of people look up to. So while I have you here, I want to ask, what was your first big placement and how did that come about?
So my first ever placement that was I was like, holy fuck, was this guy Nightmare. We did a song together, me and him. It was a song for Tory Lanez. Tory was one of my favorite artists, still one of my favorite artists, but I was like, what the fuck? This is crazy. Probably my biggest song though, my first really big placement was probably Bunny and this K-pop thing that I just released recently. The K-pop thing is the most streamed song I've ever done in my lifetime. It was a song I did 4 years ago. It has doubled the Bunny streams in half the time. It's crazy.
And do you have a desert island, a go-to plugin, any sauce you could drop?
Fox Echo Chorus, man. That is one of the best fucking plugins, bro. It does a million things. It's just so good, dude. But Safari, bro, hit me up.
Go, let's get you that sponsorship, bro. This is something I've always wondered. How are Latin sessions and placements different than regular hip hop or pop ones?
It's not too different. Obviously, there's a language barrier.
Do you speak Spanish? Are you fluent?
I wouldn't say I'm fluent speaking. I can understand almost everything. I'm lucky a lot of them do speak English. Before I first kind of established myself in the Latin industry, I wasn't getting sessions because I didn't speak Spanish. So that's one thing that I think a lot of people might want to get into Spanish music and they don't speak Spanish. I would say 100% learn Spanish. Latin sessions are really cool. Everyone's been really very open arms. Bro, Bad Bunny, bro, he flew out every single producer, writer for the Nadie Sabe album, put us in our own section in the Coliseum, played the album for us, so we're all hearing our songs for the first time ever, right? He comes up and thanks and hugs every single one of us, bro. It's the craziest shit. Daps me up. It's dude, thank you for coming, blah blah blah. Thank you so much for working on the album. The level of appreciativeness is was wild.
What's one piece of advice you'd give to an up-and-coming producer?
I think the most important thing is, this is what I feel like a lot of people need to hear, is to just enjoy your life, bro. Don't get me wrong, I want to be the best, but I think to do that, you need things outside of music too, bro. Obviously work hard. If you haven't put your 10,000 hours in, put the 10,000 hours in. If it's feasible and you have time, bro, it's important to grow something outside of music and do something else maybe that you like at the same time, because bro, it's really important to enjoy your life, man. Like, I think a lot of these kids don't take like mental health seriously, where it's like kill yourself working and stay up every day and don't get sleep and late nights and like, bro, trust me, like I know these producers and these artists aren't doing that shit, bro. It's like a virtual signaling on Instagram, because a lot of people like equate their worth to their work. It's like a terrible cycle, bro, and I think it's important to like have a balance, bro. My second thing would just be like, just to basically like don't compare yourself to other people, bro. You know what I'm saying? Dude, I know like I've only met Boy Wonder once. There have been times, and sorry Wanda if this is your personal like info, but this guy thinks he's the worst producer in the world and will not make a beat for like 2 weeks, and I'm like, imagine Boy Wonder saying that.
So how did Los Pits by Bad Bunny come about?
So that beat was originally for Bryson Tiller. Me and Foreign Tech went to the studio one day. Beat sounds crazy. 6 months go by. Sent it to Smash. Tech and Smash, bro. Changed my life. Smash was sending stuff for Nadie Sabe. For some reason, he sent that beat. Bunny picked it. And then when they even told me that, like when me and Tech found out, I was still like, what the f? And then lo and behold, like, you know, we go to the Coliseum and I hear it live and I was like, what the hell? This is crazy.
You feel like getting a Bad Bunny placement. Does that start now opening up doors for you as a producer?
Bro, it was like instantly, like, it really helped me with that, and the Eladio, and then the J, and all these things basically kind of like solidified me, and I was starting to be able to reach out to like bigger artists and shit like that. So I mean, it changed my life, bro. Like that shit really changed my life. So incredibly grateful, bro. Like especially like I said, for Tech and Smash, and you know, my management and all that. But
would it be cool to break down Los Pits?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so the way that this basically worked out was, I'll start with what MJ had sent me. So MJ basically sent me these vocal stems here.
Going, we die. What we knew we'll never know again.
So he sent me like all these like random like vocal things.
No longer will be a me and you.
And then basically within the stems, I had chopped these. So I chopped it, basically made it like a cleaner loop. It had the cymatics origin. So it just says sample delay here, the Logic one, C4 multipressor. So I had that. It's pretty simple. Like I had the intro, just 1 octave higher. And then I had this like one shot bass that I played, and then that one's like that's from like a pack from BWB, and then it was just really these chords on top of it. And this is like the part where basically they cut out where it's the piano and this, and he's like talking like it's like live kind of thing. So basically, like, I had this sample done. Tech added the drums, and I wish I had the drums because he did the drums in FL. It was really simple, bro. Like, it was like 20 minutes. I think we sent it to Smash, man. I think Smash added like a couple things. Yeah, it ended up at this level here. I have a sound shifter and the soft clipper, the T-Rex 5. This thing is amazing. I like will prefer this on the master and gold clip on the actual sound.
How hard are you hitting that guy when you're, you know, bouncing on a loop or something like that?
Super hard. I'll get it as loud as I can get it. You know what I'm saying?
Can you show us what settings you're using on that soft clipper guy?
Each one I do differently, but I'll adjust the gain and output accordingly. For hip hop stuff or like reggaeton, like I'll just have this clipper on. Like the leveling is really like that, and the sound selection I think is the most important, dude. But yeah, after that, you know, it came to basically this here.
Well, thank you so much, bro. I really appreciate you making the time to chat. I think this is going to help a lot of people, and it was so dope to see the breakdown.
Of course, bro. Nah, yeah, it was my pleasure, man. And again, you know, I don't really do interviews much, so this was super fun. Thanks, bro. I really appreciate it.
Of course, bro, man. Take care, bro. Have a good rest of your day.
All right, brother.